Hey guys, what is going on? Welcome back to DeepBlueC. Today I'm going to be building a survival shelter out in the snow using only an axe and a pair of loppers. So yeah, I'll get right into the video. Hopefully you guys enjoy.
Back it goes. But yeah, I'm thinking of probably putting some type of pine needle floor down here. I've already got a little bit here for all my stuff I've laid out. But yeah, that's the idea so far. And also right over here, since the door is going to be on this side, this would have to be filled in right here as like a little wall. So what I have is down here, I've got stick going across, and then I've got two of these two up here, one right here, and then the other right here. And theirs are kind of tight together. So I just took these sticks and kind of hammered them in between into the ground down there. And you can kind of already see how these logs are starting to get slightly angled instead of being straight. So that's kind of why you have to alternate, having the thick end on top and bottom. And I'm definitely going to end up needing a whole lot more than I already have, but this is kind of what I have so far. It takes a really long time to chop down a whole bunch of these little trees. So I'm just going to kind of go with what I have for now and then cut down more if I have to later. I'm also trying to put some grass on top of here, and I might put some, pine branches with some pine needles to try to trap all that heat inside of there, because it's about 20 degrees out right now and it's about to start snowing sometime later today. And I think for the first log right here, I might do a really big one like this, just so it's a little stronger than what I already have so far. And also the three tools that I'm using to make this is a pair of loppers, an axe, and then a little rake to move around all the little twigs and pine needles and all that stuff. I had to switch to a better pair of gloves because the ones I was using before were doing absolutely nothing to keep my fingers warm. So hopefully these ones do a better job. Also, if it does snow out here, which it looks like it probably will, because trust me, it is definitely cold enough. And I don't know if you can see, but the sky is, it's a really gray looking sky. So it looks like it might snow, which actually would be a really good thing, because if I build the roof right and we keep all that snow on the outside, snow is actually one of the best insulators in nature, because snow is actually 90 to 95% air, and the more air something has in it, the better of an insulator it is. And I've got this like giant pile of sticks over here from all the trees that I've cut down so far. Maybe I could put those on top or something to help hold down all the grass, but I'm not sure yet. I'll have to figure that out when I have time to do that. I'm trying to make sure that the sides of all the logs line up, but it's kind of really tough because they're not going to be completely smooth, and they're all different shapes and sizes, so they just don't fit up completely. So you kind of have to find ones that are almost like a puzzle piece that just kind of want to fit together. So I've been kind of just taking this mix of dirt and grass and leaves and pine needles and stuff. I have no idea if it's gonna stay, so I figured it probably wouldn't stay up at the top here, but it kind of stays, yeah. One of the good things about doing this during the winter is that there's no ticks out here, but obviously the bad thing is that it's absolutely freezing and I can barely feel my face, I can barely talk. And I should probably put some gloves back on because I can't feel my fingers. Well, that did more splitting than it did cutting. There we go. All this pile right here is all the sticks that we have from just this one tree. So you can imagine if this only makes like 2 of the rafters on the roof, we're gonna have a lot of sticks. So I need to find something to do with them. Sometimes it's a lot easier if you cut like almost some type of groove into it. If you just cut with like an angle like this back and forth, sometimes that speeds up the process a lot. Okay, that's split. And if you're wondering why I went with this shape, it seemed like it would probably just be in a pretty easy shape to build. It would probably use the least materials. And it's a triangle, so the triangles are known for being really strong. It's pretty resistant to the wind. It's been really windy recently. Not sure if I said this yet, but I'm not using any nails or string or anything, just a few tools and everything that I can find out here. It's definitely a lot easier starting building this thing with there already being a tree here and the pine tree over there than having to put like 2 logs in the ground. And for a lot of these logs, the end that's gonna be touching the ground, I'll turn it to a point just a little bit. I'm not really like sharpening them, but I'll point them just a little bit so they stick in the ground a whole lot easier and they don't really wanna move. And I'm not really using any type of wood specifically. So far I've used like all different kinds. I think I've used maple, sweet gum, pine, and I think I've used pear too. I think I'm probably gonna need to head back home soon to charge up my cameras because they're both getting really low. So far it's killed 3 batteries. And I think that might be enough stakes in there for the wall. Maybe I could take like some really thin branches and just kind of weave them in between. Yeah, that kind of seems to work. So I've got a few more in there. I'm gonna definitely keep going. I don't think that looks too terrible. It's definitely snowing a lot now. I don't know if you can see that. So I went inside to charge up my camera batteries, and as soon as I came back out, yeah, it's snowing. When you cut down the trees and they like splinter into these really long breaks like this, it's not wasted, but it's a lot harder to use because you don't have as much that's steady or gonna hold onto the ground as well. So most of this would probably have to be cut off. This is a really tall tree. I think I'm gonna have to cut this first. And I guess that'll work. All right, we're gonna hope that right here is the right spot. Okay, that looks a little short. Oh, let's see. Oh no, we're definitely good. Yeah, I might even have to cut some off of it. Okay, this is what it looks like now. What I'm doing with the pine needles is I'm just kind of taking like a handful like this, kind of putting them on here, and then just kind of pushing them down just a little bit until they kind of fill in the gaps. And then as you can see, I've got these little, like these sticks going up. The pine, they do hold themselves up, but when I put the sticks on here, I think it makes it look just like a little bit better, and it'll definitely hold it on there if it gets, you know, windy or anything like that. And I think it just makes it look a little bit better overall. These pear trees are really annoying to deal with because they're completely covered in all these tiny little spikes. If you step on them or something, they'll go right through your shoe into your foot and they shred all your clothing. Really annoying. Looks really cool with the snow falling back here. There's definitely quite a bit more snow now. It seems to be kind of building up. So far what I've decided, I'm probably just gonna go ahead and stop the sides right here. Now I'm gonna focus on doing the back wall right here. What I'm planning on doing is having a log that comes right here, kind of like in the front, that goes directly down to the bottom. And then I'm gonna try to stack logs in between that one and this one, and then that one right there. I'm gonna try to stack them in and make like a little wall. So yeah, I'll let you guys know how that goes, and as soon as I get that done. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video because I really had a whole lot of fun making it. And if you can't tell, I can barely feel my face. My bottom lip is like completely numb. But anyway, this is what the inside looks like. I think it actually turned out really good considering how much experience I have. But that's what it looks like. There's actually a lot of space. Not quite enough for me to lay down, but I mean, there's definitely a good bit of room. So thank you guys so much for watching. Please, if you enjoyed the video, subscribe and watch one of the other videos you see here. Thanks so much for watching.